Yeah, yeah. Fuck is you talking about? Jump in the game and I ball out. Fuck is you talking about? If I
Yo,
What up, man? Chilling.
Good, man. How was your week, man?
My week was good, man. Can't complain. We had some great conversations with our clients this week, and we're going to get right into one of the conversations that we actually spoke to with our client. He cleared it, obviously, let us know that it was okay to talk about it, but he just got into a relationship with his significant other, and the question was, when is the right time to get introduced to your significant other's kids if they do have kids?
Okay, we're gonna get right into that, but for all you who don't know, I'm Denny Moe, the host of the Barbers podcast.
And I'm the co-host, Denny Moe Jr. You can follow me at Denny Moe Jr. _ the barber on Instagram.
Follow him, and I'll see you. Yeah, but so let me get this clear.
Mm-hmm.
You said that he right?
Yeah,
He wants to know when is the right time to meet her kids or for her to meet his kids.
For him to meet her kids.
Hmm.
They've been dating for about like 7 months, 8 months.
Okay.
And I think she has a little girl.
What you tell him?
I mean, it's a sticky situation. So my outtake on the thing is, it depends on, well, I believe it depends on the sex of the child. You know what I mean? And hear me out. Hear me out.
I'm with you.
So boom, this is how we're gonna do this, right? So if it's a boy, right? I say it's okay to meet your significant other's partner as soon as possible. Why? Because when they get older, if they saw many people talking to mom, it's not gonna be, I can be in multiple women's lives. You know what I'm saying? Mentally for the kid. But if it's a girl and the girl sees mommy talking to multiple different people, she's going to think it's okay for her to be, or it's okay for her to deal with multiple men. And it's like a double-edged sword, you know what I mean? So being that it was a girl though, I told him it's obviously going to be when the mother's comfortable to let that happen and to make sure that y'all are as serious as can be. Because obviously you don't want the girl to continue to see people coming in and out of mommy's life if it's not serious, you know what I mean?
Well, good advice, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's an interesting
you're
take.
a barber, you know what I'm saying? You're a barber therapist, you know what I'm saying?
Right, it's an interesting take.
I think it's pretty good advice. I just think that the time to let the children meet the significant other or the partner or whatever you want to call it is when you know for a fact that what you have is solid.
But how do you know that?
Um,
Because you could think it's solid today and then tomorrow it's just
yeah, you 100%
it's
right.
out the window.
You
You know
100%
what I mean?
right. But nothing is guaranteed. So, I mean, if like, say for instance, I meet a woman and I'm going to meet her kids, you know,
Mm-hmm.
for the first time.
Right.
And me being a man, I'm gonna know whether I'm really there for the long haul or not.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I'm not gonna play myself.
But it's cool, but you know that.
right.
You
I know that. So
but
therefore,
how do you portray that to your partner so that they can feel like it's actually something that's going to be
well,
long term?
The honesty is in you. You know what I'm saying? And if you know you're about to meet her kids,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and you all gung ho to meet the kids
Mm-hmm.
and everything. Yeah, we're gonna be a family or whatever. But if you know you ain't real,
Yeah.
you know, you gotta say, you know, I don't know if it's time for us to meet right now. You know what I'm saying?
So the situation with my client was he's just like that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
He's a real cool dude. He's doing everything he needs to do to make sure that she's comfortable and she knows that they're serious and all that stuff. But yet she's still holding off. So he's feeling some type of way about that.
Mhm.
Even though it's only been 7 months. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, 7 months is a long time.
7 months is a long time, but when it comes to adding another addition to your life that, you know, you didn't bring into this world, that's a pretty serious situation, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, you know, my whole thing is if you with the mother or whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
you guys are hitting it off good, and you know that you don't want to be bothered with no kids, or don't get me wrong, you could love the woman,
Mm-hmm.
and you feel like, I just don't want to be bothered with no kids. You know what I mean? If you are that type of person, you need to let that be known.
Right,
You know
because
what I mean?
that could be a huge deal breaker.
Yeah,
when
it could
comes
be a
to
huge
relationship.
deal breaker,
That's a
right?
fact.
So, you got kids. I understand you got kids, and you do what you do with your kids, and I'm good with that. But I'm gonna love on you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got
Right.
time for no kids.
Right.
That's what some people feel. But like I said, he knows.
Yeah, he knows.
He knows what his plans is, his long term plans is. So I mean, I honestly, I probably, as a woman, if I was a woman, I probably wouldn't introduce no man to my kids unless we was damn near
Married?
engaged or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was just about to get into that, like the other side of it, like what's holding you back from introducing to the kids, or have you gone through that situation multiple times where you've dealt with somebody and introduced them to the children, and then all of a sudden they're going out to your life? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, just look at it like this, right? You have you say the woman was in a relationship or two or three relationships, right? And the kids saw that. You know what I'm saying? Whether she introduced them or not, she saw Mr. Bill, Mr. Pete, Mr. whoever coming around. Hearing Mr. Bill came around, he ain't around no more, and all of a sudden somebody else, he ain't around no more. My theory is this. I don't want your kids to think that you are a three-time loser. You know what I'm saying? So, let's. What if we don't work out? You know what I'm saying? What if we
Right.
don't work out? Now they looking at mommy like, mommy can't keep no man. You know what I'm saying? She
Right.
can't keep no man. So
But that's what I was saying earlier. Like if you had a little boy, he's looking at it as mommy's talking to Bill, mommy's talking to Tommy, mommy's talking to whoever. But when he gets older, he's not looking at it as, okay, I'm going to talk to Patricia, Stacy, and all these other people. But if it was a girl, she's going to feel like it's okay for her to talk to multiple different people if it doesn't work out. You know what I mean?
and it is okay. If it don't work out, it don't work out.
I hear you.
Right?
I hear you.
Because if
But you don't want to make that a norm. You don't want to make that like.
you don't want to make it a norm, but you also don't want her to not her or him to not go out looking for whatever he feels he needs or she needs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't get shy and go in the corner and chill out because it didn't work out. You go and try to find something else. You know how many people look for love in all the wrong places?
Yeah.
And it happens, and that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
So, I say if it's not at a point where you don't think that if it's just a fun time, leave the kids out of it. You know what I'm saying? If it's for the long haul, introduce them. And if it don't work out, just don't work out.
So what's the timetable?
There's no real timetable.
If it's for the long haul, like.
There's no real timetable. I mean, you got to feel it. You know what I'm saying? I think you got to feel it. So,
When does it become too long? If
What?
it is serious,
when does what come too long?
not being introduced to the kid or kids.
Well, somebody has an agenda. Somebody has an agenda,
So-
whether it's him or her. I'm gonna introduce the guy to my kids because last guy maybe maybe made some justice to her kids or something. I don't know.
But that's a I don't know. That's like a excuse because you going into the next situation with something that happened from the last situation, and you can't. Well, I don't believe you should be able to do
a lot of
that.
people do that. Take their baggage into the next relationship.
Yeah.
And it's not a good thing. It's definitely not a good thing to take your baggage into another relationship because you have to let this person do what he gonna do or do what she gonna do and make whatever mistakes they're gonna make or
Right.
or not make any mistakes. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So you gotta love like you've never been hurt. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's
And,
how I look at it.
So if you were dealing with somebody, right, and you guys are kicking it off real good, you guys are real serious about it. You're serious about the situation. You know that you guys want to move forward, like maybe get engaged or maybe get married later on, and like this is the one. When let's just say you're 2 years in and you still haven't met their kids. Are you feeling some type of way? Is it making
Absolutely.
you move different?
I mean, I'm definitely feeling some type of way because, first of all, I feel you don't trust me. You know what I'm saying? First of all. Second of all, I just think that when the guy is doing the right thing, like he come in the crib, He's there most of the time. He's taking care of business. He's buying the food. He's doing whatever, paying bills and stuff like that. You know, he is a part. He is a part of the family. So
Right.
he needs to be that. You know, but you got to definitely start. You know, you got to make sure he ain't no pedophile. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fact.
So,
I mean,
you know,
that's a
you'd be surprised, man. People
touchy
come into your
situation,
home
man.
and they, you know, they wear different faces, man. You
That's
know?
a fact.
And something happens, you know, he could be the best person in the world for their mom.
Right.
You know what I mean? The best person. And
Right.
then, you know,
Totally different than somebody
Yeah.
else's kids.
you just got to make sure everything is right in every aspect. You can't just be bringing people into your kid's life because kids, especially, depends on the age of the kids too. Because young kids are like clay.
Yeah.
They shaped and molded, you know what I'm saying, by every little thing.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember when I was a kid, man. My sister had a boyfriend. He was the coolest cat ever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he left a mark on me. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, wow, this guy's really, really cool. Like, you know, and the girls adored him, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, you know, I'm trying to be like him, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it wasn't a negative, but it wasn't no real positive either because he was a gangster, you know what I'm saying? And I just admired his gangster,
Yeah,
you know
you was
what I'm
intrigued
saying?
by that.
Yeah, I was definitely intrigued by it. And I was like, you know, I was walking like him and talking like him for a couple of months, you know what I'm saying? Until he wasn't there no more. He used to come over to the house with a bag of candy, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He had a whole big old bag of candy, bigger than I ever seen in my life.
Right,
you know?
right.
And that was our thing, man. We used to love to see him coming, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's it, and that proves my point that I said earlier too. The fact that you said your sister, right? Mm-hmm. So the fact that you were a boy and you were able to see your sister dating somebody, the fact that they're not dealing with nobody no more, you wasn't growing up thinking, oh, my sister can talk to, or I can talk to multiple different people, because you're not seeing that. You know what I'm saying? You're just seeing one thing. Whereas if you was a girl and you see your sister dating mad people, it would have been like, oh, this is normal. So when I get older, you know.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's usually how it goes. I mean, you know, that's usually how it goes. They see, you know, a child is born with no state of mind, blind to the ways of mankind. Best lyric ever wrote.
I was about to say that's a song, right?
Yeah, it's a song, yeah. That's before your time.
yeah, for
That's
sure.
Grandmaster Flash, man, you know. But
So you can't blame a female for holding off in a
no,
relationship.
absolutely not. Absolutely not. She has her reasons. Maybe, you know, and there's a whole lot of deeply rooted stuff too, man.
Yeah.
You know, maybe she went through something as a child.
Right.
Maybe something happened to her.
Now, what if the tables were turned? What if the female is wanting to meet their significant other's child and he's holding back? 'Cause
Well,
I don't see that. I don't see that too often. To be honest with you, you know
yeah,
what I mean?
a lot of times the guys don't do that is because they're probably the mothers. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the guys' reasons. You know what I'm saying? Reasoning, the mothers. They don't want to. Oh, you know, you don't have no kid, no woman around my kids and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
We've heard it all before.
All before.
Yeah.
You know, me having a woman around my kids.
Right.
I'm her mother. She not. You know what I'm saying?
Right, like
She
nobody,
never gonna be her mother.
nobody's trying to step in and take your role
Right.
or do anything like that. But you know, it's
But what they
just
don't realize is that we don't. We're not trying to take anything away. We're just trying to add on.
right.
You know.
You know, they say it takes a village to raise a kid. You know what I mean? The more people, the better.
Right. Especially
So-
if the person likes your child and do for your child
Right.
without you even asking. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? They know the child is at the house. They come over with something, a gift or something. Or even if not, just going out and, you know, just being pleasant. You know, because women, man, can be something else when it comes to them kids.
Yeah,
boy.
that's a fact.
They don't care about no kids, man. You know, for real.
I know.
I know a guy who had a kid. You know, within his relationship, they got separated and everything, but they got back together. But the conditions were, you can't have nothing to do with the baby, and that's whack.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you can't have nothing to do with the baby. That was the conditions of them getting back together. You can't have nothing to do with the mother. You can't have nothing to do with the baby.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. I would have been like, yo, see ya.
Yeah, I would have left right
You know
there.
what I'm saying? The kid ain't asked to be brought here.
Yeah,
You know, under whatever circumstances,
Right.
that kid did not ask to be brought here, and he or she is now. They're here. How am I not going to have anything to do with my child?
yeah, that's
That's
insane.
ridiculous, B.
That's crazy. So
That's
do you
ridiculous.
so with the women, do you think they're more prone to leaving the man if it's taking too long for them to get introduced, or do you think they'll stick it out?
I think they'll stick it out. I honestly think they'll stick it out.
Yeah.
I think vice versa. What we were just talking about. I think the guy will leave the woman
You think so?
If she didn't want to be bothered with the kid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
If she didn't want to introduce him.
Right.
I think
Well,
it's
if-
I think it's the other way. I think the female would leave before the man would. Cause it's like,
because a lot of women don't want to share you anyway. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that is a fact.
A lot of women don't want to share you.
But when you go into a situation with a child and you know that your significant other has one, you know that's part of the equation. Like you're a package deal now. You know what I'm saying?
And absolutely. I mean, people just gotta be honest and truthful with each other, man. You know.
Communication.
Yeah,
That's what it boils down to.
communication is key.
We spoke about communication before, and it comes right back around to that same conversation.
That's the foundation, I guess, right?
Yeah, communication. But like I always say, communication has to come with comprehension, because you can tell somebody something, and if they don't understand what you're saying, it's not gonna matter. So you have to be able to
100% right.
comprehend. You know what I'm saying?
Comprehension is the key, man.
So for all our followers, what do you guys think? If you were dating somebody with a child, would you be upset if you didn't meet the child in the timely fashion that you thought was right?
Let's say this. Is the child or children? It's a
Well-
different story.
Why is it different?
It's different.
Why is it different?
Because
Child or children?
yeah. Because if it's just one child, of course I'm gonna feel some type of way. But if it's a whole lot of kids, they got each other. They can play with each other. They good. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, that's crazy.
I'm just messing around. But no, seriously, you guys let us know what you feel, what you think. Leave some comments, man, and let's engage. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
In this conversation and try to, figure it out so he can get back to his client and let him know what
What
he
you guys
feels like.
said.
Yeah, what he feel like he should do.
Right.
And how to handle it. We are barber therapists basically, but we're not certified. But we're bona fide for sure. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like I said before, I've been doing it for 40 years, and I've talked to a whole lot of people about a whole lot of things. And you're gonna hear about a lot of it coming up soon. We got a whole lot more episodes to go. And listen, just like, subscribe, share, comment, and hit that bell for the notifications. All right, so you can know exactly when we coming on, and that's every Tuesday. All right, so.
See y'all soon. Don't cut yet. Another thing I want to say about that, right? There's an unwritten rule that
This is bonus footage.
there's an unwritten rule that guys have, and the unwritten rule is I'm not dating anybody with a child that's 5 or less, because the child's mother might still have feelings for that kid's father.
Wow, that's another subject for next year. For next time. We're gonna definitely expound on that because that's pretty interesting. I didn't even think about that. I never thought about that, but wow, that's that's funny.
Unwritten
That's
rule.
funny.
So we'll see you guys next episode.
Next episode of the Barbers podcast.
Later.
Good.
You never heard that rule?
Nah, never did, man.
For real.
If I up the Glock, then it's going down. Fuck is you talking about? If I hit your bitch, bet I knock her out. This little ice costs a large amount. Drip flood in the streets, it is not a drought.